Roger, go for deploy.
Everybody in the shuttle program, the crew is go for launch.
Roger, nice to be in orbit.
We have followed in their footsteps to get us where we are today.
Hello and welcome to NASA's Kennedy Space Center in Florida for the NASA leadership briefing of the agency's Boeing Orbital Flight Test 2. I'm Jasmine Hopkins with NASA Communications. The OFT-2 test flight will test the end-to-end capabilities of Boeing's Starliner spacecraft, and it will provide helpful data for NASA to certify it for future human spaceflight missions to the International Space Station. Starliner will take flight aboard a United Launch Alliance Atlas V rocket tomorrow from Cape Canaveral Space Force Station at 6:54 p.m. Eastern Time. Today, joining us is a distinguished panel of leadership to talk to you about this mission. Starting from my left, we have Bob Cabana, NASA's Associate Administrator, Janet Petro, Director of NASA's Kennedy Space Center, Kathryn Lueders, Associate Administrator for the Space Operations Mission Directorate, NASA astronaut Butch Wilmore, NASA astronaut Mike Fincke, and NASA astronaut Suni Williams. Our panel will be taking questions from media here in the room as well as over the phone. But before we get to your questions, they'll each take a moment for opening remarks. And Bob Cabana, we'll start with you.
Well, thanks so much, Jasmine. It is absolutely great to be back in Florida here at KSC for this launch of Boeing's OFT-2. And I was looking at this monitor over here on my right and seeing that rocket, that spacecraft on that ULA Atlas V with the green and the blue of the ocean and clear skies. It just really looks great, and I can't wait to have a successful demonstration of this vehicle on orbit so that we get that dissimilar redundancy that we need in our ability to get crews to the International Space Station. So right now, vehicle looks good, weather looks good, and I am really looking forward to a launch tomorrow evening. And with that, I'm going to turn it over to KSC Center Director Janet Petro.
Hey, thank you, Bob. And I'd like to welcome everyone to the Kennedy Space Center. You know, we really have a super busy year with all the operations here on the center. We have something like 65 launches on our manifest this year. And earlier this morning, we launched our 20th launch of this calendar year. But I am really excited for tomorrow's launch to be able to support the entire Boeing team and get that second capability of transporting our astronauts to and from the space station with this first test flight is super exciting and really looking forward to it. Kathy, over to you.
Thanks, Janet. So it's been a busy spring. I don't know about you guys, but I'm very proud of both the ISS and the commercial crew teams, you know, that have maintained their cadence as we've been working through our first private astronaut mission and then getting our crew 4 increment crew up and crew 3 down. And then here we're getting ready for our uncrewed demonstration of our Boeing crew transportation system. I want to emphasize this is a test flight. You know, we're going through, this is a demonstration mission. It's a NASA launch and re-entry. Just want to make that point. We've been working really hard. The team's been working really hard to get ready for this. And this is going to be, we learned a lot from the first uncrewed demo. We're going to learn a lot from the second one, working through getting to the International Space Station. First time we're using our NASA docking system on the new IDA, and so very exciting time. We've had to do a ton of work with the team. I know Steve and Joel have been talking to you about all the work that they've been doing and getting ready for this time tomorrow. And so we'll learn. We're going to take this one step at a time. I think you guys may be tired of me saying that, but we're going to take this one step at a time. And we're going to use this learning for us to then be able to fly our crews. And I know I'm pretty excited about this. I have a few people here on my left here that are probably almost as excited as I am. I have another person on my right that keeps telling me he's ready to fly soon. But let me turn it over to Butch, and he can talk to you about all the things that they've been doing to really make sure that this is a vehicle that we can fly in on the next time.
Yeah. Thank you, Kathy. Well, obviously, we are more than thrilled to be here. And we're also very, very jealous because this is human spaceflight, and Rosie, the mannequin, is the one that gets to take the trip instead of us. But obviously, this is part of the evolution of test. Spaceflight test is hard. It is not easy. And it's got a little bit of a misnomer that the crews, typically crews are in training to fly in space, but this is different because this is flight test. So we've been involved in the process of developmental flight test, experimental developmental flight test. So we are part of the testing processes, both hardware and software, development of the procedures, and the list goes on. And it has been a thrilling and exciting ride and exciting journey, and that's why we're thrilled to be here. Like I said, the standard part of the evolution in test, this is it. Orbital flight test, we need to go up, fly the spacecraft without humans on it, demonstrate the automated systems, and come back safely. And like I said, we're thrilled for this because the next one is us. And with that, I'll hand it over to Mike.
Yeah, Butch, good points. We're all three graduates of military test pilot school, so we're going to be focused on for this mission, the flight test objectives, and as well as in getting ready for the flight test objectives for the crew flight tests, with the goal of certification at the end, so that we as NASA can have regularly scheduled dissimilar, redundant flights to the International Space Station, so we can go up, one flight with Boeing, one flight with SpaceX. So in order to get there, we're going to be paying attention on this mission to the artificial vision system called VESTA, which we didn't get a chance to work or see in action on the first orbital flight test. We didn't get close to the space station. So we're going to see how the automated docking system works with the artificial vision system all the way through the NASA docking system. We're going to follow along with our lucky ISS crewmates who are aboard the space station, mainly Chell and Bob, and the rest of the crew will be supporting, but they're going to get inside Starliner and get some flight test objectives done for us, take some of the cargo out. I think they're going to bring some cargo back, and then we'll look forward and watch the parachutes and the airbags, and looking forward to a nice landing in the desert. And of course, we're going to have a chance to step inside the spacecraft this evening to finish up some comm checks and switches, which I think is a tradition for astronauts to help set up the spacecraft before launch. And we'll give Rosie a nice high five on the way out, because we are, like Butch said, a little jealous of Rosie.
Thanks, Mike. Just to follow up a couple things that you mentioned, Boeing, of course, is trusting us. ULA is trusting us to go up there and not mess up their spacecraft. We're super excited to get in it. Maybe leave a note for Chell and Bob and say good luck. But we're really looking forward to this spacecraft coming home, because that's when the rest of the work will start to happen, and we'll get ready for the crewed flight test. One of the things that Rosie doesn't do, she doesn't breathe, and so we will be the first ones when we get in it to be the breathers, the creators of carbon dioxide. So we want the spacecraft to get back so we can start testing the environmental control system with the interaction with people. So there's a lot of work ahead of us before we get to the crewed flight, but we're chomping at the bit. We're ready for this spacecraft to go up to the space station, be really successful, come back, to have a nice soft landing, and then we'll be ready for the work, the follow-on work for the crewed flight test.
Great. Thank you all for those opening remarks. Always great to hear from our leadership and our NASA astronauts. So we will start our Q&A portion of today's briefing. We are taking questions here in the room from the media, as well as over the phone. In the interest of time, we do ask that you limit yourself to one question, and please state who you'd like to answer. So we'll start off here in the room, here in this front row.
Marcia Dunn, Associated Press for Butch and Mike. Talk about how you're going to be chasing the flight. Are you going to Houston for docking, New Mexico for touchdown? And it's been a long wait, and how difficult has that been for both of you, and how important is it for this flight to really go well?
That's a good question, Marcia. I don't feel like we've been waiting to start off. We've been busy working. We are covering all of the mission. We're here for launch. I will be in the Boeing Mission Control Center. We will fly back very quickly, and we will be in Mission Control. I'll be in Mission Control. We'll be at different places for launch, different places during the actual rendezvous and docking, and observing how the interaction from Mission Control and the spacecraft, which we can, we've done a lot of training simulations and also developmental simulations, so we work well together. But to see it in action will be good firsthand, we will obviously want to be there. And we'll have other parts of the mission that we'll also be directly and deeply involved with. And I'll let Mike talk a little bit about that as far as the interaction with the crew when the crew on board gets in spacecraft and such.
Yeah, we're as we talked about, all three of us have been working with Boeing on the flight test objectives for this orbital flight test, and we had a nice briefing with the ISS crew a few days ago, and we'll be following along. Of course, the Boeing mission operations team will be managing the Starliner portion of the mission. We'll be sitting with them and watching, but they're definitely going to be doing a great job in managing the mission. But the things that we're going to be able to observe will help us with our missions coming up. But also, we'll be able to have we're looking forward to the debrief with the ISS crew at the end of this mission to see what they think of Starliner and any comments or improvements or things that they really like about Starliner.
Butch and Mike, thank you for those comments. We are going to go to the phone lines next. We have Raymond Skiba from Wired Magazine. Raymond, are you with us?
Yes, it's Ramin. I just wanted to ask, assuming this flight goes according to plan, approximately when will be the first crewed flight, and will all three of you be on it?
Well, I'll answer that question. I know that all three of them want to be on it, but I think one of the key things, and we talked about this a bunch, about that this is a test flight, right? And so we are getting our crewed flight test vehicle ready to go by the end of the year. The Boeing folks are working hard to get it there and ready to go. But one of the things we have to do is do this mission and take the learning that we will get. We know we'll have learning out of this mission, and then lay that into our plans and our schedule with the Boeing folks after we return. So I think when that happens, we'll also look at what's the crew complement for our crewed missions that we have next year and the other activities we have going on, and we'll make a final selection for the crewed flight test vehicle at that time. So I kind of ask everybody to maybe wait on that particular answer until the summertime. I do feel like it's important that we first of all, get through this particular mission. We've talked a lot about taking this one step at a time. And then we need to make sure that there isn't anything we need to update or fix on the spacecraft that we're planning to have ready by the end of the year. And then lay out the full schedule for everybody and give the Reed and the crew office time to go look at all the selections and make sure we're putting the right people in the right places. But I promise we will have an answer for you this summer.
Thank you, Kathy, and thank you, Ramin. We have quite a few in the front row, so let's come down here. Thank you.
Hi, Ken Kramer, Space Up Close. Thank you for doing this, and good luck to everybody. My question is for the astronauts. I want to ask you in particular about the oxidizer isolation valves. What insight have you had into that testing? Are you satisfied with the testing? You satisfied with the fixes? Can you please talk about any of you about that, please?
Well, we all divide up the different responsibilities. We're all aware, and different ones of us focus more in depth on the specific different hardware, software issues, and actually, that one's for Suni.
Yeah, I've been lucky. I've been following a lot of the hardware stuff. So yeah, that is a continual stream of information that's coming from Boeing and working with our NASA engineering. So yeah, we've been following every single step of the way. It's a hard problem for them to solve, and they've been doing a great job. Actually, I was just talking to the program manager while we were at rollout this morning. They have another cycle of the valves now that the spacecraft is at the launch pad. And that's every time they cycle the valves, they are getting a little bit more confident that their fixes in place are working. So yes, in the long run, we've been following step by step all the hardware, and then it's great to see it actually come to fruition as they'll cycle the valves one more time before we get ready to go. And it's nice weather, which is good.
Great, thank you for those answers. We have some more down here in the front of the room, if we can go to that side.
Irene Klotz with Aviation Week. Maybe for Mike, since you brought this up about the test objectives for OFT-2, just was wondering if there's anything that's been changed or tweaked since the last launch attempt in last August.
Yeah, flight test objectives for OFT-2 have stayed pretty much the same. I think there's going to be other testing objectives and more attention to our to the valves and the propulsion system, but those were never really part of the but the original flight test objectives. So we've had a chance to reevaluate a few things on the capsule. So we have a few tweaks to the procedures for the ISS crew, but it's pretty much the same mission from the crew perspective and from the flight test perspective as we had for last August.
Thank you for that. We have a very active front row, so if we get this gentleman right here in the center, thank you.
Thanks. Joey Roulette with Reuters. Has NASA, or I guess this one's for Kathy, has NASA and Boeing discussed at all what would happen if, I guess from a broader test timeline perspective, what would happen if this mission ends again without Boeing Starliner docking to the station? And I guess another way of like wording that is if, other test objectives are met, could you see Boeing flying CFT or flying humans without having demonstrated a space station docking, or is that like an absolute must?
That's a great question, because we actually kind of had been struggling with this after the first attempt that we had. And we had two teams looking at what did we need to do if we didn't refly, and what did we need to do and be able to prove out if our next mission was a crewed flight test. So, we make all of our decisions with data, and so it would have to be with, what happened, what we got done, what objectives we finished, what was the issues we had, and then we'd have to do the same thing we were going to do the last time, methodically work through and lay out the options, and what could you do for us to be confident before we fly. Joey, we're not going to fly unless we feel like we've brought down the risk we need to on the ground, or through other demonstrations before we fly our crews. And so we'd have to go through that same process.
Thank you, Kathy. We have one more over here in the front row.
Hi, Jeff Faust of Space News. For the astronauts, I'm just curious what your level of confidence is in the vehicle compared to, say, last August before the original OFT-2 flight, or back in 2019 at the original OFT, knowing now the issues that have come up since then. Do you feel like that you feel more confident that those, not only those issues have been resolved, but there's less such a chance of other unknown issues coming up?
I'll just very briefly, we wouldn't be here right now if we weren't confident that this would be a successful mission. But as you mentioned, there are always unknown unknowns. That's what historically has always gotten us, right, is those things that we don't know about and we don't expect. We're ready. This spacecraft is ready. These teams are ready. Boeing is ready. ULA is ready. The mission ops folks that will control the spacecraft in space are ready, and we're excited.
Thank you. We have another question here in the center aisle of the room.
Hi, Manuel Masanti from Debate, covering the space program in Spanish. How are you? Besides, once the Starliner is docked with the station, is there any particular activity that the astronauts on board are going to be to do inside Starliner, besides transferring cargo?
So yes, one of our test objectives is to make sure that Starliner is ready for people to be inside when we're docked. So that means, for example, there's a hardline communication system and a radio communication system between Starliner and the ISS. Now, of course, Rosie will not speak very much in English or Spanish, unfortunately. But we'll bring in the ISS crew, and they'll put on a headset and also the handheld mic, and we'll do some of the communications between back and forth, so that when we get up there, we know that it will work. Or if there's any trouble, we go and fix it. So there's a lot of things with the interface with the International Space Station that the Space Station crew will help us with.
All right, thank you so much for that, Mike Fincke. Do we have any other questions here in the room? Yes, here in the corner.
Hey, Irene Klotz, Aviation Week. Could someone just give us an update on if the hatch has been closed now and weather outlook for tomorrow? And when you were out at the pad today, was that your one and only chance to go up in Starliner, or is that still to come for the cruise?
There is opportunity, as Mike mentioned earlier. I will not be here. I'm actually going to be busy later, but they're going to do the comm checks. So the white room that will be maneuvered in position where they can get, and they will open the hatch. It's been closed, obviously, for the rollout. And then we'll go back inside Starliner, go through a little bit of switch list verification, and also verify the communication system, the various ways that we can communicate. We'll test all those out, and then we'll get out and, of course, go through the standard processes of closing the hatch and doing all those things to get ready for the launch. So those things are yet to happen.
We have a date with Rosie tonight and a high five at the end. It
For
depends
flight?
on how long the comm checks go. We have different opportunities with the TDRS satellite. So if everything goes right the first time, we should be finished with our part of the closeout around 10 or 11 p.m. But it could go longer. There's a team from Boeing, the blue team, and they're also joined with a team from United Launch Alliance, and they'll be closing the hatch, I believe, somewhere about roughly about 4 hours before the launch. So the hatch probably will stay open until tomorrow morning.
And, I mean, so this is a good practice session for us. Like, we learned a lot the last time, and hatch closures and timing of hatch closures is a big part of the timeline and making sure. So this is an opportunity for the team to really refine their procedures for that too. So like Mike said, as part of our preparations for the timeline, it's about 4 hours out. You know, the weather's looking good. Bob already told us the weather's looking good. The weather just needs to hold looking good, and we're ready for 6:53 tomorrow evening. Very exciting.
Yes, thank you so much for that. I see we have one more in the room, but first we are going to take a question on the phone line. We have Chris Davenport from the Washington Post. Chris, are you with us?
Yes, I am. Thanks. I appreciate it. For Kathy, just real quick, and I apologize because I may have misheard, but I thought you may have indicated that the crew selection for the CFT flight had not been finalized. I had thought it was clear that it was Mike Fincke and Butch Wilmore. Is that not 100% finalized? Thanks.
Yeah, there's obviously a cadre. You got a cadre of potential folks here, and so I think to give Reed and the folks that are working through final selections, we're also wanting to make sure we lay out, you know, when the final CFT planning is, so that we can work through placement. If you know that we're working our increment crews and then also getting ready for our PCM1 crew. So, you know, we'll be looking at final CFT and PCM1 timelines this summer, like I said, and then we'll be making final crew selections for the increments coming up and CFT.
Thank you for that. We have one more over here in the room, and then we'll go to you in the center aisle.
Thanks for taking another one. Ken Kramer, Space Up Close, for Bob and probably Janet. So you're down here. I imagine you may have taken a look at SLS in the VAB. I wonder if you could give us an update on the repair work. How is it looking? When it might roll out? Give us your perspective, please.
So right now, Jim Free and his team are in the team here at KSC doing an outstanding job getting it ready to roll back out. We completed the test of the nitrogen system last night. Flow was good. We're in a good configuration to be able to complete wet dress rehearsal. Right now, we're tentatively looking to roll out early June for a wet dress towards the end of June, around the 18th or 20th. So we'll see how things work out, but they've made progress with the issues in the VAB as far as the valve on the ICPS and the leak at the tail service mast for the hydrogen. I think they're still doing a little bit of work in that area, but hopefully around June 6th timeframe, early June, we'll be rolling back out to complete wet dress.
Yeah, and I'll just add that I think the team says the work is going really, really well, that they might even be a little bit ahead of schedule, but they are methodically working through all the issues. And as Bob mentioned, the GN2 outage was complete, or the test was complete yesterday evening, and it went very, very well. So we have really feeling really good about rolling out in early June and completing the wet dress.
Thank you.
A couple weeks later, yep.
Thank you for those answers and that question. We have another here in the center aisle.
Thanks, Joey, again with Reuters. I wanted to follow up on Chris's question, and maybe it's for Kathy or even some of the astronauts. Why not assign crews for CFT now? Or what does it kind of depend on, or what are the biggest factors that you're waiting for to make that decision?
Yeah. So we had a launch attempt, as we know, with the valve issue back in late July, early August of last year, that changed things, right? So that was basically just a couple of weeks after that, we had some changes in our crew assignments from what we originally had. And since that time in August, the three of us have been working as a cadre supporting Starliner. And we know that we are not necessarily assigned for CFT. And we've known that since that time frame. And we have been working the program. The powers that be could assign anyone they want. We hope they pick one of us three, or a couple of us three, to go on CFT. We've been working the program, but we've known since that time that we've been working as a cadre. And I've said that 3 times now, but this is not news to us. This is something that's a normal progression when things like this happen.
I think I just want to, when you look at how many potential crewed missions we could have next year, you realize the challenge that the crew office has about the assignments, and why it's important to get the right timing and understand exactly when the crewed flight test is going to show up, because the crew office has to assign for increment missions in the spring, increment missions in the fall. We have potentially 2 vehicles that we're getting ready to go fly in that increment mission in the fall, which includes a Starliner and a SpaceX flight. So it's just a big challenge for making sure we've got the right crews on the right vehicles, and then getting in the right training flows for those different vehicles. And so, to be fair, we can't have a gap in those increment crew transportations, right? So we've got to kind of cover all the bases, including getting ready and finishing up this crewed flight test. And so we just got to go look at how the schedules lay out, and then make sure we do the crew assignments based and with the vehicles, understanding what may be a primary increment crew, what may be a backup, and then how does that fit them with the training with the different vehicles. But we got to get through this demo first. It's really, really important for us to get through this demo, make sure that the vehicle is tested out, that we're not learning anything, and then take that learning into the development of the schedule, and then eventually the final crew assignments.
Our next question comes from over the phone line. We have Benjamin Armstrong from Stone Calm Radio News Talk. Benjamin, are you with us?
Yeah, can you all hear me?
Yes.
Yes, I have a question. For Butch. Butch, we're in the Cookeville area over here, and we know your ties with Tennessee Tech University. So I just wanted to ask you, do you feel like you represent our university in our Cookeville area when you participate in launches and programs like you are tomorrow?
Well, there's no doubt, being from that area, and of course you probably speak hillbilly just like I do, that we do feel like we represent that area, and hopefully you feel like that we represent it appropriately and well. So that'd be a question back for you.
Thank you so much for that. We have another here in the center aisle.
Marcia Dunn, AP. Maybe for Kathy or the crew. Is there any chance that Boeing could resurrect a crew person? I mean, could Chris Ferguson hop back on board? Do they have somebody else waiting in the wings, or is it strictly going to be NASA astronauts on the first crewed flight?
Right now, we're looking at NASA astronauts.
Thank you so much. It looks like we have another in this front row right here.
Space News. For Kathy, we heard yesterday that still waiting on Roscosmos and the Russian government to work out the agreement on crew swaps. It sounded like the Russians, like the case with Crew Dragon, would want to wait a few flights of Starliner before putting cosmonauts on board. If that's the case, how does that affect crew planning if you have Starliners where cosmonauts can fly and swap seats on Soyuz, and Starliner flights where they can't, at least not initially?
That's one of the reasons why we need to wait, and it's another complexity going forward, right? So it's one of the other pieces that we're hoping that we get answers to fairly quickly. We're still waiting for implementing agreement to make it through on the Russian side, and then obviously got to get through our side. So you're bringing up another piece of the puzzle that we need to be able to make sure we got the right crew selections.
Thank you. Yes, over there on the side of the room.
Kathy, just to elaborate on one of the puzzle pieces, what is like the nominal plan duration for the crew flight test if it turns out you don't need any of these fine folks to actually be station increment crew members?
So really, we were going to have it be probably as like a normal test demo, which would be about 5 to 7 days. But Irene, as you know, when you're working returns, as you saw just from our private astronaut missions, that's really dependent on the weather and when we can get back safely. So, but the goal would be to have it be a short duration test mission to be able to free up the port. So that's our goal.
Thank you for that, Kathy. We have another here in the center aisle.
Yes, ideally, would it be 2 test pilots on the first test flight, like there was for Dragon? Is that the ideal number, regardless of how long the crew would stay on board, given the uncertainties and dangers entailed in a test flight?
So, and everybody's well aware, we kind of have it covered for all contingencies, right? I mean, we did buy an extended mission in this particular case, but the goal is that is part of the equation, us looking at the duration and the complement, and then what's the right test complement for a test mission? What's the right crew complement for a test mission? So I don't want to tie Reed's hands. I know he's an expert. The team's an expert at going and looking at the tasks that we're trying to accomplish on that particular mission, and we'll do a great job assigning the right crew to be able to accomplish that.
So would you imagine somewhere between 2 and 4 people?
Yeah, it'll be, right now we were looking at, originally there was going to be 3, obviously a minimum of 2.
Thank you for that. Do we have any more questions here in the room? All right, seeing none, that will do it for today's briefing. I want to thank all of the media for joining us here in the room and also over the phone lines. A big thank you to our panel for joining us today. As a reminder, liftoff of the OFT-2 test flight is scheduled for tomorrow, May 19th at 6:54 p.m. Eastern Time. Live coverage will begin on NASA TV as well as nasa.gov/live at 6 p.m. And today, in just about 15 minutes, there will also be a social briefing on NASA's social channels. You can go to YouTube/NASA Kennedy or Facebook/NASA Kennedy. We thank you all for joining us today, and until next time, go NASA, go Boeing, and go OFT-2.